EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Able to slither by. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. And Lance now to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. The Niners at 9-5 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's 2. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
There he goes, right side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready?
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Robinson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Go.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Hey, Ford, don't kill. Kill.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this pass caught by Gray.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lance looking to throw it.
And this complete to Mitchell.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lance and the 49ers now. First and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Lance going back to the air after the pick six. Right side, and he finds Gray.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
To throw, it's Lance.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on third down, Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Second and 6. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On play action, Lance.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Working from the gun, Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Ready, set.
The Lance going to throw.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
On play action, it's Wentz.
Open man is the tight end, John Bates.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
46 down, man.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, check mega. Check.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Go, 10. Right, 97. Ready.
A give here to Mitchell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 46 yards. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score. Commanders 26, 49ers 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wentz again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Commanders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score. Commanders 33, 49ers 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmaker. He's got a man. Complete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Ready?
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Deebo Samuel from a yard out. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
Antonio Gibson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They begin the drive with Robinson.
To about the 35, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A solid chunk of 11 yards there on the keeper. But 4th down now. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
One final try now for Lance.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.